Let's talk about the advantages of speaking well. When your voice expresses the nuances of what you want to say, then it's a time when you achieve real communication with others. All your interactions, they become very easy and enjoyable. When that happens, other people begin to view you differently, and all manner of possibilities, they start opening themselves to you. Today, we will be discussing some of the advantages of speaking well. Let's start with being understood clearly. Many of my students, when I train them, one thing that I always observe is lacking in them is the comprehension and the interpretation fluency. When you don't understand your thought, your emotion, your word, your content, your context, you can't make other people understand what you're trying to say. You may be surprised that there's an additional clout you have when people can understand you easily. Mumbling is a sure way to give people the impression that you don't want to be there. It's as if you're saying, I want you to hear me, but I don't want you to hear me at all. Or maybe I do. No, I don't. So you're always in a dilemma. You're always in the confusion when you're mumbling. But when you can articulate clearly, people listen to you without a strain. We will be talking about a lot of exercises how to make our speech clearer and easier to listen to. Now the next point comes is definitely when we work on that, is the pleasure to listen. It's a wonderful compliment when people tell you that they can listen to you for hours because they love your voice. Because getting your message across to the audience is so much easier when you're enjoying the experience. Breathing well, we have already talked about. Sounding good, extremely important. There is a whole process of effective breathing for speaking. We will be discussing about that. Now, why a good breath is equal to good speech? A good breath allows the sound to resonate through your body. We have already talked about trumpeting of the voice. So when you have the nice breath, when you have a good, deep, strong breath, when you take it out along with your sounds, you have a stronger voice. You have tone, depth, and color. We will talk about resonance in the upcoming lessons. And it's also very important how you can add variety and you can engage your listeners. If you're feeling tension, it is always an enemy of a good sound. When you're stressed, when you're nervous, your voice tightens up at the neck. You start sounding thinner and tinier. You almost certainly find that you sound best when you're at ease, when you're feeling happy, when you're feeling content, when you're in a comfortable position. Ask your friends how you sound when you're relaxed, and ask them how you sound when you're tense. Try to find out the differences they notice in your voice. The next point is feeling more confident. When I work with my clients who are extremely nervous, they tell me if they would have gained confidence, they believe very strongly they would speak better. That's probably so. Also, the reverse is true. If you improve your speaking skills, you gain a lot of confidence. Confidence is nothing but an outcome. All the skills that you have to understand is how you can speak well. Speaking well to an audience and receiving a positive response is a great confidence booster. We will be talking about the various ways in which we can relax our body when we speak, and doing so, we will have a freer and stronger voice. I will cover relaxation exercises which will help you to increase your gravitas, slow down your pace, and give you more thinking time. Until you try adjusting your tone or your pace, you don't realize how people's reaction to you changes when you speak differently. Your adjustments create a circle. The better they react, the more confident you feel. The more powerfully you represent will create an even better reaction, which in turn makes you feel more confident. You get the idea, right? Next point is conveying authority. I think I've already talked about a presenter voice, a powerful voice, a leader voice, an influencing voice. What are those? they convey authority. Your voice can influence people in many different ways. When you speak with a steadier and lower pitched voice, you sound authoritative and people pay you more attention and respect. If you have a high squeaky voice, it doesn't convey a strong image. When you know how to speak comfortably in a deeper voice, the simple change in your tone can achieve amazing differences in people's perception of you. Achieving the change is just a matter of adjusting your volume, your speed, your pitch, your tone. We will be discussing about that, how to speak more strongly and steadily. I will talk about the deeper tones without forcing your voice. I will give you a whole lesson of the hints and the tips for sounding more authoritative. Thank you so much for listening.